nothing. This is what's been told in my neighborhood as the Indian graveyard. And I don't know how we found this place, but let's come on. Let's go on up. Now, it's a little bit of a hike up the hill, and I'm probably not gonna stick around long because it's cold, gloomy, rainy, and that's precisely why I picked this time to come here. Now, this is coming out of my comfort zone for me because I don't fear the living. You know, I fear the unknown. And I'm so much a believer in the spiritual that I don't even ask for signs. So when I tell you I'm coming out of my comfort zone, going to a graveyard by myself in the cold rain, I tell you I'm coming out of my comfort zone. But this is the pathway up. I have no idea any history about this place. I think some of my buddies found this place on accident. But I've heard tale of a time trap on this hill. This hill being a time trap. Somehow or some way. I believe the story goes that the woman, they were on their way back down after visiting the place. And once they get down to the bottom of the hill, the lady picked her head up and looked, and she was back at the top of the hill again. So I didn't even know that it was this place. She had disclosed no information about it, just that. And it was on a Facebook post. And so I asked the lady after she described the place, I'm like, that place wasn't by Tinker's Creek Road, was it? And she was like, that's exactly where it was at. And I knew what she was talking about. Now, I've never had any experiences, nor do I want to have any experiences. I'm out of shape. I catch my breath. But I want you guys to check this place out because this will probably be my last time coming here. And I'm gonna try to keep my voice down just in case there is anything going on. I don't want to spook or startle nobody. I thought it'd be raining more. I was hoping on a downpour. I want to test out this capabilities of this camera. But I'm good and fed. Lunch was great. Now you see there's no type of nothing. It's basically all just this. I do have my chest rig in my mount, my head mount. But I also got a 40 on me. I ain't leaving home without that motherfucker. With extra ammunition. God forbid we don't have to use nothing. Let's say a pack of coyotes come out, or anything like that. We're equipped for the fight. Check that out. At least on that tree, it's moving really irregular. Oh, I ain't seen monkey balls in a while. I thought them went extinct with lightning bugs. Lightning bugs are making a comeback though. Now, like I say, I'm super in tune with the spiritual. So, you may hear me rambling out just random stuff. But I know that there is something on the other side of here. This is not where we cease to exist. However, my whole family is dead. So, if the other side is real, I got some pretty tough soldiers on that motherfucking side. But now we are at the top of the hill. Kind of get my sticks too. Over at the top of the hill. And if you go back that way, there's a pond back there. I might take you guys over there to see that too. One of my good friends, he doesn't so much believe, but it was at that place, at that pond, where he had his spiritual awakening. He was fed up with life and just, you know, we were all drug addicts at one time. I'm sober now, completely sober. I don't even smoke weed no more. But at the time he was coming around, he was getting sober. He was sober, right? And he was thinking like there's nothing to live for, you know? Life just sucks. Well, I brought him up here to get him a little closer with nature. Just to show him like it's the simple things in life. Just breathe this in, you know? And so I brought my fishing rig with me. It was a fishing rig my daddy left me before he left here. And we didn't even have no bait or nothing, but I knew the pond was here, so I was like, you know, we might catch some worms and do a little fishing. Well, I took him to this place and I showed him it, and then I took him over to the pond and I said, go ahead. I'm gonna tell you his name's Dougie. I said, go ahead, Dougie, throw that reel out there. Right? Doug's like, I'm not gonna catch nothing. And so I tell him, I say, you never know if you never try. Throw that rod out there. And he threw that reel out there. It was a little baby Shakespeare. And didn't even have no bait, no nothing on it. Just a 3-prong hook. And I'll be damned if that motherfucker didn't catch what was called a warmouth bass. And he didn't catch it legit, he just hooked it from the side. But he caught it. And he got so much joy from catching that fish. It was like he came back to life. But here we're approaching now. You can see it behind me. And this is where I start getting a little spooked. But this place been here since the 1800s before. Now imagine people gathered under these trees. Actually, these trees are planted in a straight line here. I would love to get out there with a machete and just kind of explore the ground. But I mean no disrespect to the dead or the living. Man, I should have wore some better boots. My feet are wet. These are my shitty boots. These are the boots I wear when I don't care to get beat up or nothing. But they ain't holding water. But let's I'm gonna spin you around so you get a good view. And I tell you, you may hear me just mumbling stuff. I just say stuff like, I mean no disrespect to anybody who may be trapped here or nothing, anything like that. This is my, I don't care if it seems stupid to you. I don't even care if anybody watches. I sent my old lady a text, told her if I go missing, this is where I'm at. Now I mean no disrespect to anybody resting here. Alright? You picked a beautiful place to spend forever at. You know? This place is crazy. Now I could tell the different periods, even the different styles. Like that looks old, like a Edward Victorian there. This looks like a vampiric. I'm not so sure about these, but I could tell that they're different. You understand? Like this is marble. This is some type of slate or granite. There's even an updated one who is a military. But all of this is right by the canal, so these could very well be the people who were digging the canal. There is a church down the hill. But let's see if we can get you some dates. I was up here doing some calculations, and a lot of these people died young. I'm talking in their 20s. And I don't want to disturb anything, but the date on this one's 1850, born 1850, died 1865. He was 15. That's a multiple family marker there. We got M.A. Campbell, Robinson, Julia, Frank. On the other side, there's more. That may be Irish. I don't know the handshake. Marianne she was a decent age. She was 69. But this fella here, was born in 1842, 1917. 1844 to 1919. And the ground sunk, which tipped the rocker back and it slid off. Clearly there's a bee's hive underneath of this, so we are not going to do any type of messing with that. Last time I came up here, there was a candle over here. This one is still there. Somebody was up here doing some type of sorcery or witchcraft or something. Because I know they definitely didn't know William Moses, who died in 1812. I'm hearing some movement behind me. We call this the Indian graveyard, but I don't see no Indian name. I don't know what Indian names are. I don't think Moses is one, though. Check that thing out, though. I mean, no disrespect, Moses is... You know? They say a man dies twice. Once when he dies, and the second time that a person dies is the last time someone says their name. So all I'm doing here is just keeping your name alive. Hopefully I'm not holding you back from anything. This is Jetha Moses, 1812, age 21. You're a baby still. But you see that candle there? I don't know what they had going on. Let's go the respectful route up and around. My feet are soaked. Look at that mushroom. Boy, I might power up if I get a bite of that. Man, in the graveyard? What? I just saw a glint out my side of my eye. I wonder what that was about. No disrespect. I'm solo. I am solo here. When I leave here, I want to leave solo, please. He came off his rocker, but he's sideways and the rest are perpendicular. I don't know what that's about. Who's to say there's not more all in there? There was tail, they go back deep into the hill and it slides down. And someone said there used to be a grave sticking out, but I mean it was all stuff potentially to scare us when we were kids. I don't know where your body is at. You're here, so I apologize. I'm standing on your butt. This is one died 1838. He's in rough shape. There's more here. Here's more. I apologize. If I can make out any of the writing on them, I will for you. Sarah Ann. Sarah Ann was 27. A short life. Here we got Ruth Mann. Died March 24th. March 25th. 1844. 27 years old. Thomas. Ada Mann. The wife of Thomas Mann, who died November 29th, 1837. Age 26 years and 11 months. Farewell, my husband and my children. Dear, that in this world remain the Lord of hosts. Defense. I can't see, I can't make it out. I do know a trick to make out that stuff on the stone. You take a paper and a crayon, a piece of graphite, and go over it. That's what I hate to see there. It's that graffiti on there. It says F the cops. That ain't no fucking cop. He's dead. What do you mean? Write that on his rock, bro. That's why I'm not gonna try not to disclose no locations. But and I hope you haunt whoever did that to you. Someone left an offering up there. I'm respectful, but I'm not gonna leave any offerings because I don't want anything following me. There's them trees there at Wicked. But even here, somebody carved directly into the stone curtain on this one. There was also graffiti on this one. Whoever that is, there's a special place in hell for people like you. You better hope they ain't there waiting to see you. Let's go check these ones out. My feet are soaked with graveyard rainwater. Ew. This one here must have came in. He was in the war 1812. What was that? What was the war 1812? Revolutionary? I don't know. He died on his return from the army. Damn. Bro made it through the army, was on his way home and died in his 24th year. I had these, boss. Appreciate your service. He had an old stone that came and updated for him. Somebody loved him. That's all we ask for in life and death is somebody to love us. That's something. But there's more here. And I'm new to this whole explore stuff, so it's not that enjoyable for youngs. No biggie. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I enjoy it. I'm scared a little bit. As scared as I could be in skin. These stones here. Now there are for certain more in there. But oh, this tree bears fruit too. He might have died with a seed in his pocket. No disrespect. I mean, no disrespect by that. That's an old one. Near FC is all I can make out. I apologize if I'm walking on you. That's the old tree here. Once upon a time, people gathered here. There's more here. I apologize, I know I'm walking over here. There's more. More. I'm so sorry. This whole thing here is graves that are eventually going to be lost. Even all the way far back up in here. I'm seeing markers. So I'm almost certain that some got lost in the growth. I want to say I hear talking. I hear voices up there. That's not bad. We're gonna go check it out. I do got a nice ass 40 on me. This bitch will rip somebody's limbs off. Time is it? 4:20. I did give up. Reefer, I gave up everything. Since I stopped smoking weed, I dream again. Like vividly. That was a beautiful place to be buried at. Please go. No, souls follow me. I'm gonna put you guys up to see if you guys can see anything. Anything out there in the distance? Or is that your camera? So check out this. I'm gonna show you guys this pond. I coined it Beyond Pond because it's attached to the cemetery in some type of way. So it was the Pond Beyond. There's a pond with fishing and you can fish in the beyond. I know my pops hit there hear the water flowing from here. Place is loaded with lily pads. Beautiful. Oh, bunny. I'd like to have you guys space on my. It sounds like it's flowing, which I don't understand because it's a pond. It's a still pond. But it sounds like a waterfall. Maybe that's just the rain coming down from the trees. My feet are soaked. That piece of bamboo is not. Somebody planted that there. It's not growing there, it's just jammed into the ground. This is not growing. Make a good rod. Make a good fishing rod out of there. One solid piece too. Yeah, somebody's jamming them in there, but here's another one. The last one had tape on the bottom of it. A marker. Is this a trap? Am I in the middle of the fucking trap? Fuck it. Best way to get through is go straight to it. Well, y'all see the fish come right out of me. Yeah, there's markers all up. You see them? I'll point them out as we go. There's one. Marked. It's the parks they'd use manned stuff, you know what I mean? They wouldn't use bamboo. They'd use them orange rocks. There's not even bamboo growing here. Let me switch cameras. So I got my draw hand ready. If it was a trap, it was a shitty trap because I made it right through it. Once I get this far, I get to thinking on some Jeepers Creepers shit. Continue on. Alright, we looped around. We'll go check out the pond and then try to get out of here. I don't know, because I see some burned up stuff right there. Let's go. My feet are already wet, fuck it. I don't see why that tree is burnt up there. There was some natural lightning, maybe, or there's some assholes up here starting a fire. However, you see it's cooked black. I could only run for like an hour at a time for my battery space. But I did just order some more batteries. Yeah, that's a regular. Don't go too far off the path because I don't know how to get back. There's some dung. Some scat. Oh shit. Huh. What is that? What are them rods coming out of there? See these metal rods? I don't know how they got burned up like that. Must have got struck because nothing else is. Yeah, it's kind of burned up down there. That's a little peculiar, don't you think? That's weird. And these metal rods here too, look at them. You see them? I got the beam on them. What is that? I don't know, but let's get away from it. Let's get the hell away from it. Some type of voodoo shit. Witchcraft. No, there's some grave had a candle on it, I don't know. Okay. Back on the path. See, I got to move it a little faster. And maybe one day I'll come on and check out more of that. I'm certain there was some type of, you know, back in the days if mine died, I'd bury him in my backyard. So I'm certain this is somebody's yard. You know, there's another one. I told you this is not natural. Easy. I see lilies in bloom. I see lilies in bloom. Man, if I was trapped up here, that bamboo would come in handy. Won't do me no good without a line, but I'm sure somebody lost a line in these trees. Is that a rod? Here's a fucking rod. It's 100% a rod. Two of them. Maybe Shakespeare? Is this my rod? No. That's a nice Shakespeare though. I have to pop my trunk and see if my shorty's in there. I got a shorty like this. Huh. Stuff way back in here. There might be somebody's means of. This is some nice light 60. I knew it was a rod when I seen it. It looks like a cow tail upside down. The lilies in bloom. That water is murky. This is it. Yeah, my buddy hooked a worm out of there. Right here. On this point. Oh. That's pretty good out of here. There's only 36. Hopefully we don't get stuck in one of them time warps on the way down. But my feet are soaked. Alright, boss. Now like I said with this, it's not something I'm doing to try to get followers or try to get TikTok famous or anything like that. I really enjoy it. I love to explore the abandoned. Of course, we all want to find treasure and all of that. That was true. I just found some 2 fishing rods. I am a poor man, but I'm super fortunate. But if I was less fortunate than I am, then fishing rods would have been gold to me. Yeah, I just like to do this type of stuff. You know, I don't got many friends, so. Well, I don't have any friends. I got a couple people I hold dear to me. But as far as friends and hanging out, I don't do none of that. This is the way out. I appreciate you guys coming and checking this place out with me. I don't know if you guys, anybody locally who's maybe familiar with it, just tell me anything about it. Please do. If you did enjoy it, you can like it. You know, that way it'll get shared to your friends and things that you like, but I don't much care. I'm not saying that I'm not grateful for people taking the time to watch my videos, but I tried doing the streaming of the video games, and what I learned is that when I try to stream to an audience so that other people can enjoy what I'm doing, I enjoy it less. And I have all of that, like the best of the best gaming, you know. But it took away from what I was doing, if that was my intentions. So I don't stream. I still video game every day. It takes me out of reality, you know. A place where I could be somebody. Here I'm somebody. But that's it, I'm just somebody. Los Santos, I'm a millionaire with skyscrapers and garages full of cars and everything that don't mean nothing in life, but I get to enjoy it by playing the video games. Okay, we're back at the top of the hill. This is where the lady experienced the time jump. So you can clearly tell, you know, if you were at the bottom of the top. And the hill was not that big. It was a decent sized hill. I got the geometrics on here. I may keep them just so you guys can see the elevation that we went up and down. The route we took. Man, I feel like someone's behind me. But I gotta get home and get dinner going for my old lady. She went out, worked all day. And I came out and got my feet wet in the woods. Fucking player. Nah, I'm blessed, bro. I'm super blessed. We're going back down this hill now. Man, I don't feel comfortable with you guys not watching my back. You know, I feel like that could keep whatever's that behind me at bay. So I'm sorry if you don't like seeing my face. I know the tattoos make me look like a piece of shit. I'm actually kind of halfway decent person. So far, time is still ticking the same. I see no sand scratches. I got a couple weird feels up there, but it might just be me tripping myself out. I'll tell you, this is out of my comfort zone. I'm actually looking into more places like this than the abandoned buildings. I enjoy the abandoned buildings, but I'd rather go and see remnants of homestead than to see an abandoned building from 1994. I was in one the other day that had Trump posters all inside of it, so it was clear that it was operational within the past 10 years. And I'm into older stuff. Hear voices. Get my raw hands out. I swear there's 40 I got the bullets out of that fucking big shit. I got 380s and 22s too, but ain't nothing like this 40. Ooh. I got some mosquito spray in this car. I didn't think I was gonna need it because I was expecting a downpour. But no downpour. Got wet. Some old road here. Once upon a time. I don't think they were doing that in the 1800s. Some of them dates were 1900s, but there had to have been something going on up there within the last century. The asphalt has not been around since the 1800s. It's funny how that past stays too, huh? Somebody's definitely coming up and maintaining it. But maybe it stays short like that because there's this underneath it. You know, it just barely grew over. I don't know though, I'm no landscaper or whatever you call that shit, architect. But the hill does seem a lot bigger going down than it did coming up. I'm still not at the bottom. I can't even see the bottom yet. I do not remember it being this big. If I'm stuck in a time where, Let me keep my memories, please. I just sit around and reminisce all the shit I did. But as I was saying before, if anybody happens to come and watch these and you got a place I could go and check out, let me know where it's at. And I'll do my best to go. And I'm respectful of everything, like I am in life. But it hasn't always been that way. I used to be a terror. It takes a lot of growing up to get where I'm at now. Hopefully I should be coming around the corner and see my vehicle there. I need to get one of them sticks too, because this is just on a clip. Yeah, I see the bottom. Alright. Well, as I said before, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. My name's Drew. They call me Roostervelli. And I really enjoyed taking and showing you guys this place. My feet are soaking wet. And I'm not gonna, if I have disclosed the location of this place, I did not mean to, because I don't want nobody coming and tearing this stuff up. You see, nature's already reclaiming it. But I'd rather nature reclaim it than to have somebody come up and graffiti on the dead's headstones. So before I hit this road, I'ma sign out. I appreciate you. Like, follow, subscribe. I'll be doing more.